hold up. Stop what you're doing right now. Before y'all continue the context, you already know. Take some time right now. Subscribe to this channel. You get what I'm saying? And once you subscribe, click that notification bell so you can get that notification so you know when I'm here. Cause I'm here, you feel me? And for y'all who also want to help support your boy, you know what I mean, support the cause, all you got to do is click in the description box below. There's 2 links. One link for if you want to donate monthly, you want to set it and forget it. You know what I'm saying? For a minimum of at least $2 a month. You could do more if you would like. Or if y'all want to do a one-time donation, there's another link. That's a PayPal link below. You know what I'm saying? You click that and you can donate as much as you want. You already know every single dollar is important. Every single dollar is appreciated. I appreciate y'all. Now, go right back into that context. It's True Talks. Because True Talks. Stay tuned, boy. What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks. Let me back in the building, you feel me? It's True Talks. Cause True Talks, alright? Let's get straight right into it. Man, oh man, oh man. So basically, if y'all been living under a rock, especially during this quarantine time, first things first, stay safe out there, y'all. I hope y'all staying safe. You know, I like how y'all keep tuning in and, you know, keep spreading the word and keep tuning in. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that should be spreading is the word of True Talks. You feel me? Not the corona. But anyways, stay safe during this time. Again, we pray for all y'all and your families and your loved ones. Hope everybody is safe. And if not, you know, keep praying. I keep you in my prayers as well. And then for those who are also essential workers, we pray for you as well, you know, for doing that hard work and giving up your time and risking your health. That's most important. So now let's go straight right into it. So you already know during this quarantine time, every Sunday, it's been since not this Sunday just passed, but the Sunday before, it's been The Last Dance, which is the MJ documentary. You get what I'm saying? Where now we're on episode 3 and 4. That's been coming out. That has came out. And this Sunday coming up is going to be episode 5 and 6. So I'm just going to talk about the episode 3 and 4. You already know, kind of give my thoughts and you know how it's just going. Everyone just talks about this because this is the only content, the only fresh content that we actually get. You know what I'm saying? It's just this elite documentary. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to talk about it right now. And basically my order of basically in episode 3 and 4, my order of things that kind of just was happening was you have the first thing with Phil, you know, the coaching style changes and what's happening with Doug Collins and Phil. You get what I'm saying? Then we have obviously within that, you have the IT, Isaiah Thomas versus MJ with the Bad Boy Pistons and all that whole, you know, dynamic there and that whole big, you know, eruption and all that type of stuff, especially the play style. We'll dive into that. We'll also dive into basically Rodman, how unique he was. Rodman and Phil kind of merging Rodman and MJ and Scotty helping each other. You know what I mean? Just enabling Rodman to be who he is, all that type of stuff. And then we'll also get into everybody always finds a way to bring Bron. Instead of just appreciating this stuff, we'll get into the Bron because people are bringing up the play with coach telling MJ to pass and all that type of stuff. So we'll go into that. That's kind of like my order of things that's going on. That's kind of what was happening in episodes 3 and 4. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go into that type of context. You already know. So let's go straight right into it. So first thing we're going to start with basically the coaching style. So a lot of people, this is kind of basically the play style where it's ISO versus ball movement. You know what I'm saying? And this is where the coaching style kind of changes. So if you were looking, if you know who Doug Collins is. He was basically he was MJ's coach for 3 years, I think, since his second season. So in year three, that's when Doug Collins became the head coach for Michael Jordan. Obviously, if you know, you go look back, you know, all the stats, everything will tell you. Michael Jordan had 2 different coaches for his first 2 years. The second year, remember, he had the broken foot. And then the third year was when Doug Collins came in, you know what I'm saying? And all that happened and all that type of stuff with the whole everything. Basically, everything kind of, you know, they changed a little bit. Michael Jordan was still going to work, but he got the ball way more. And everything was just him. Just a lot of ISO. He was getting triple team, double team, all that type of stuff. But they kind of like, you know, they got to a certain point where they capped off. This is the same type of thing where it comes from, you know, it's kind of like, it's funny because it's kind of like, Steve Kerr, who also was a teammate of Michael Jordan, had the same thing happen where he's basically the Phil Jackson for the Warriors, because the Warriors, obviously, Stephen Curry, Clay, and all those guys connected on a personal level with Mark Jackson, all that type of stuff. Mark Jackson is kind of equivalent to Doug Collins, you know what I'm saying? Where he's a lot of reason, instilled a lot of things in him, let him come into his own individual greatness. With Michael Jordan, same thing with Mark Jackson. Finally put Steph at the focal point of the offense, go to work, go cook, let Clay start coming into their own, instill confidence into them, all that type of stuff. And that's what Draymond also had said on the podcast from last week, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, that's kind of the relation. It's funny how history repeats itself. Obviously, Golden State didn't three-peat, but a dynasty kind of started from the coaching of Mark Jackson / with Michael, started from Doug Collins, and then now boom, Phil Jackson comes in and instills a different type of ball movement, play style, which is the same thing Steve Kerr does. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, they take off in the first year. Same thing with Phil Jackson. Boom, they take off in the first year and lose in Game 7 to the Pistons, you get what I'm saying? And the Game 7 they lost, Pippen was, had migraine and all that type of stuff, and he was seeing double and was sick. So when it comes to that, this is if you look at it, it's a play style. Why? This is why I try to tell people, you're gonna always struggle when you're the offense. If you have an offense, if you let your best player play within a system or play within an offense and he isn't the offense, it doesn't mean he's not the offense. So let me break it down for you, because some people will be confused. So this is the same argument I've been saying with LeBron all the time. He doesn't want to confirm to that. You know what I'm saying? Because people, obviously, I always have to bring up LeBron. I don't like it, but I'm always answering to everybody because everyone, go. So LeBron's name is always mentioned. But I didn't want to start with this shit this early, but it just came this way. So it's the same thing with the play style, same thing with the Harden, same thing with all these other guys, same thing somewhat Luka's kind of going into. A lot of these guys are kind of going into, you get what I'm saying, where the guy who's ball handling the ball is the offense. And everybody else is kind of fitting into his type of offense. You catch and shoot, you do this. You're playing in play styles, or you're playing in ways to benefit that player because he's doing his strengths. You know what I'm saying? And he's playing his one way. Everybody else has to play different ways. And that's not the way to be successful, because eventually you can key in on that one guy. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that guy's not a Don. Doesn't mean he's not going to work. Doesn't mean he doesn't need to not go to work anymore. The thing is, the different echelon is, can that same player, because a lot of players, when you have the ball 24/7, is going to put up numbers. Yes, it's different echelons. One might shoot more efficient. One might not shoot as efficient. But regardless, if I'm taking that many shots and the ball's in my hand and I have high usage rate, I'm going to put up stats. If that's the output, it's just, you know what I mean? It's just common sense. So when it comes to that, now if you can, that same player, that's what I rate. I rate different echelons and who's really elite if you can play in other ways than one way. That's where I actually scale. Does this man have a skill set? Is this man a team player? Is this man so elite he can still get the same output within other things? You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is, Jordan, he was playing with Doug Collins. He was the offense. He was doing everything, getting triple team, getting killed by the Pistons. They had the Jordan rules, all that type of stuff. And then Phil Jackson comes in and installs the triangle offense that he got from Tex. You get what I'm saying? Tex Winners. And then basically the triangle offense is a lot of ball movement. You have this and that, and not even ball movement OD. It's player movement. You have read and react, but you still freelance within the system. The system kind of creates spots and movements to spots, but you can do what you want to do within that movement. And that's what I try to tell people. System is just, no matter who's on the court or whatever position you're playing, you go here, you go here, you go here. But then when you go here, you get here. It's just read and react. But also you could do your moves within the read and react. You're not robotic. Just where you go to is more so robotic, but how you get there and what you're doing isn't robotic. You know what I'm saying? And that's what people don't understand. There's those robotic systems where you kind of just do this, or sorry, plays, not a system. That's the difference between plays and a system. A play is, we need this 3-point line, we're down 3, we need a 3 at last 5 seconds, we run this action, boom, 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 boom. And you do a robotic type of play that maybe the other team doesn't know, but that they know. Obviously, you still read at different echelons, you read and react within that play, but the play is kind of set for that one thing. In a system, you read and react. This is not That's what especially Popovich was telling, who was it, Kawhi or whoever he told, when we call a play for Kawhi, it's not just for Kawhi to score, it's for the Spurs to score. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's a system. We have a system where this is what it is, but you could do whatever in the system, read and react. There's so many options. And that's why something can be unguardable. So now, even don't get it twisted. In that triangle, MJ gets a lot of ISOs. That's what people don't understand. It's not, I want people to understand something, okay? Because I might be losing people here. There's a difference between, again, you playing with the ball and then now playing in a system. There's a difference between plays and a system, because plays is a specific action for a result. A system is something that you're running every single time down, but you get different options based on how the defender plays. You know what I'm saying? You pass it to the post here. This guy cuts, he gets a back screen, whatever, goes over there, and now here's a mismatch. Give it back to that nigga. Let him score. Let him create. You know what I'm saying? We ISO that. You just read it and react based on what happens, how the defense plays you, but you have spots where you go and move, so that makes it a system. That's what the triangle offense is. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get it twisted. MJ is still ISOing within that system. That's what people don't understand. People just think, oh my God, ball movement. There's a difference between ball movement, player movement, and ISOing. Those are three different things. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I try to explain to people. Within a system, you can still have a lot of ISO. But because it's a system, your ISO isn't relying on man's just standing around. Even though, yes, they get the points where they stand around, but they have read and reaction type of plays or movement based off of the ISO. You know what I'm saying? It's different than just ISOing like a 1-4 flat that Gilbert Arenas always be talking about. You just sit in there and then 1-4 flat, I'm here though. You know what I'm saying? That's different. So that's why I need to tell people, listen, this wasn't a case of, oh, ball movement, ball movement, ball movement, ball movement, ball movement. Yes, in the system, you're going to have times where you have ball movement, but you're going to have a lot of times where you ISO, because of MJ, they told him, no, the scoring has to come down. Go look at his scoring. His scoring actually, he's still average. What did he average? He averaged with Doug Collins, 37, 35, 32. He actually averaged 32.5. The first year with Phil Jackson, what goes up? He goes to 33.6. So he's still getting buckets, but he's getting more maybe off cuts. He still has maybe a little bit of a less ISO. He's still eating and still ISOing. But what the triangle offense did is it enabled Scottie Pippen to a higher echelon because he became a lot of the playmaker. Michael Jordan went more off the ball. He still was on the ball sometimes, but he went a lot of off the ball. Sitting in the post. Scottie has to read. I'm going to hit you in the post. Nope. I'm going to hit this guy. Scottie, oh, I'm going to blow by. You know what I'm saying? He became more of a ball handler. Basically, technically, was the LeBron before LeBron. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, that's why MJ and I rate the MJs, the KDs, these guys, Kobe's. These guys were never the system. They played within a system. So I'm still getting capped off to what I could do. Because MJ at least had a year where he averaged 37 because he's not in the system. He was the system. So understand the different echelons to this. You get what I'm saying? So now, obviously, when Phil Jackson comes in, installs a triangle, and the rest is history. They shoot up the gate. But a lot of the debate and all this stuff is happening was Phil actually scheming where it's like, yo, let me get close to Tex Winters. Oh, tell me something, boy. Tell me something, boy. Tell me something. Okay, I'm going to get Doug Collins fired. I don't really think so. Obviously, some of it is like that. Maybe, you know what I mean? We never know. I wish I was a fly on the wall. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this is a situation where Phil Jackson is a ball movement type of guy. He's a deep thinker. You know what I'm saying? You can see with all his Zen, all his yoga, those type of mental thinking. He's a guy that understands deep levels of everything. So he knows player movement is going to create more things than just watching you one-on-one. So I don't think he was actually scheming. I think he actually just wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? But it just looks like scheming when they play the tapes, you know what I'm saying? And they show The Last Dance. So now we move past that. Obviously, I just want people to get away from that narrative. Oh my God, you have to always move the ball. You always have to move the ball, player. You don't have to always move the ball. Move the bodies. Move the bodies, create some actions, and then we one-on-one off that. At the end of the day, my ability is elite. In the clutch time, I trust mine. You know what I'm saying? So now that kind of transitions and goes to the next part where we have it where it's IT, Isaiah Thomas, not the new IT, the old one. No pun. But Isaiah Thomas versus MJ, where you could see they still, like, you could see MJ has bad blood towards him, and what happened during the Pistons time obviously led to the Dream Team. Like, so we'll go into that. So basically, the Bulls, right? You have the Bulls versus the Pistons. They got beat 3 straight years and all that type of stuff. And then the second year of Phil Jackson's head coach run is when, because remember, the 1 year they got beaten 7 games with Phil Jackson. The first year he came in the conference finals, and the next year they swept them. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, MJ's been getting beat up for a year. Like, bro, I try to tell you the intensity. Like, people think, one, like, first, play style. You have a 4, the power forward, and the center can't really shoot in that era. The skill centers can shoot 1-2 mid-range out the high post, etc. But mainly, you have one big that can't shoot and another big that can shoot, but it's still close proximities. You get what I'm saying? How are mans, like, even like these guys who just run into the paint, how are you still scoring? Yes, you have athletic ability, but how you just run into the paint like that? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. MJ is going into the paint. He's getting clobbered. They basically like, yo, this man, like, they actually clothesline him in air. Like, he's getting choke slam. He's getting DDT. He's getting all the wrestling moves, whatever, rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? People's elbow, everything, man. He's getting all the moves. All the moves. Like, I'm watching, man's getting tackled. He's getting earthed, spine buster, however you want to call it, man. Spears. Yo, this man's getting destroyed in the air. I'm watching, I'm like, yo, this is reckless. This is actually reckless. You know what I'm saying? So you have him getting bodied, you know what I'm saying? And his chest isn't frail because he keeps going. And he was even slender at that time. You know what I'm saying? So you have MJ at that. And it's like, you basically have it where, yo, mans are getting abused and there's no text. No flagrant, rarely. Like, and I look at the fouls now, it's like, bruh, a lot of these mans wouldn't even survive. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, we have it like that, especially the finesse mans. The brawling mans obviously would, but the finesse mans, no. So we have is reckless. So Jordan doesn't pout, doesn't do nothing. And basically he's getting beat for how many years? And he's like, yo, I'm going to put on some muscle. So that's now took MJ to that this Pistons kind of rivalry that they had took MJ to a higher level. So now that he came to a higher level and came into his own, put the weight on, enough is enough. I'm going to take the contact. He didn't complain and say, oh my God, the referees need to open their eyes and call these fouls. Oh, you that's how you want to beat me because I'm that elite? Don't worry. Okay, enough is enough. I'm going to find a way. That's the Mamba mentality. That's the Jordan mentality. GOAT mentality. I'ma find a way. We don't blame. We don't find excuses. I'm going to find a way. It's me or die. And I'm never going to die because I live. You get what I'm saying? And that's what MJ be doing. That's what Kobe be doing. So when you look at that context, one, that's the elite part. But then you have now the feud between Isaiah and MJ because obviously it's MJ and then Isaiah, all of these guys. And then now they finally get swept and they just walk off the court. And it's not just, that's what people don't understand. It's not just walking off the court, but you have to walk by the bench where the guys just beat you. And then the way they walked off, you see them, they kind of like put their head down. They're not going to look nothing. They didn't even look being like if Isaiah was the one that actually was like, got sold by Bill Laimbeer, which it could be happening, but I feel like he had more to do with it. You're the captain. If you don't want to rock with it, you can say, nah, handshake. You know what I'm saying? The man walked by and he didn't even look at MJ and look at these guys and say, yo, I got sus. Yo, I got to go, man. You know what I mean? You see what he did to Kevin McHale, you know what I'm saying? When they walked off, he's like, yo, where you going? Like, he stopped what's happening, you know what I'm saying? But he walked off and put his head down and didn't even look at mans and did the walk of shame. That's where I'm like, okay, clearly it was intentional, but now you have to understand his perspective. The Celtics did the same thing to us. This is what you just do. And the Celtics did even worse. They walked off before the clock was done. You know what I'm saying? This is just what you do. We're salty. This is a salty era. We take everything to heart. No friends, nothing. Salty. You get what I'm saying? Put that salt on it. So when you look at it from that perspective, it's like, okay, I get Isaiah Thomas's side. But at the end of the day, MJ's like, yo, I'm the Don. I'm the GOAT already. And I lost to you 3 straight years. Handshake. Do interviews on the court. They interviewed a man who lost. I'm like, what? I don't even know if I've ever seen that. Imagine someone in the finals and they lose. And then they interview Bron right there. They don't wait for him to get to the backstage. They're interviewing before the stage. Like, stop this. Man's that elite that he's getting interviewed in a loss. Who gets interviewed in a loss? This is what elite looks like. He still did all of that. Took the pain. That's the thing. Some guys cop out. Sometimes having pride in the way of, I'm not going to do that, is an easy cop out. But selling your pride away to be like, I have to do the right thing, is one of the hardest things. And that's what MJ takes the battle on. I'm going to do the hard thing. Always. Always. No easy road. So I'm going to do the hard thing. I'm going to sit here even though it burns my soul. I'm going to shake y'all hands. I'm going to congratulate y'all. Good shit, boy. Did all that type of stuff when I don't mean it because I want the ring. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to the finals. All that type of stuff. And then Isaiah and them don't. 3 straight years. This is what I try to tell people. You have to react to everything individually. You don't just do something because something was done to you. Yes, something was done to you, and yes, that's the era. MJ showed you. If this was the first matchup and Isaiah just left, I have no problems. I have no problems. No one can say nothing. We just did what was done to us. But this man, you beat him. Didn't do what was done to you. Gave you the handshake. Beat him. Gave you the handshake. Beat him. Gave you the handshake. Come on, how many times you got to beat me for me to show you? Okay, I'm showing me, sportsmanship. And then now, the first time you lose, just walk off. That's what's done to me. That's salty. That's salty. That's just point blank. That's like you can see Jordan's face. He was like, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like, what are you talking about? You just move, Nick. I'm not trying to hear that. Read between the lines, man. So when we look at that, obviously, Isaiah's more in the wrong than MJ because at the end of the day, he showed you humility for 3 straight years. So, reciprocate that. It's just, you know what I mean? You can't, it's the same thing. It's like all these girls or even guys, everyone in general. Yo, I was cheated on before for the last 5 years. Every person I was with cheated on me. Now you get to someone good, you just react and go recklessly because you think they're going to cheat on you. Treat everybody differently. If you get cheated on 10 times, find a way to avoid or see the signs before it happens. Don't blame everything. Everybody's going to do that to you. You get what I'm saying? Treat each person differently. Read and react to the situation at hand. That's what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to push the wrong one away. That's what happens. This me, bro, am I preaching out here? Come on now. It's true talks, man. Anyway, so we move past that. And that leads to, obviously, because within bullying, the bad boy Pistons bullying and putting that work, or not that work, but clothesline in. Then you have the Rodman situation. From the Rodman situation, you know what I'm saying? It's just Rodman won with the Detroit Pistons. You already know how reckless he was. You saw his story. It's very interesting, very intriguing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he was a wild card. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I just did his own thing. Don't care what nobody says. He was basically Draymond before Draymond, but Draymond not only on the court, Draymond like more wild off the court. Like it was actually reckless. It's actually right. Well, we don't even know if Draymond's wild off the court, but in this case, Rodman was just a different man. You know what I'm saying? So when you have it like that, it's just he has to go to the right situation. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that he went to the Bulls wanted him even after getting bullied and bodied, where again, MJ takes away his pride. I'm not gonna take nobody that they've been beating us and they killed us and won a ring and all that type of stuff. No, I'm not taking him. No, come on the team. Sally, come on the team. We know what you do. I respect it. That's called humility. You know what I'm saying? That's MJ. I don't care what your friends say, man. What you talking about? So anyways, Rodman's on the team, and then you have it where it's like Pippen is like, they're just kind of enable him. They don't really shut him down. They just let him do what he do because they already know it is what you. Certain people, that's the other thing that I rate with this documentary you showed. Certain people, let them be who they be if they're elite. Now, there's some people who aren't even elite and want to let me be who I be. No, you haven't earned a right yet. You haven't earned a right yet. Rodman won a ring. Don't get it twisted. He didn't just come there acting a fool. He won something. I have something. Now I'm doing me. I'm here. Earn it first. You know what I'm saying? We don't just give it to you. We don't just come out here, yo, I'm going to do me. No, earn it. Play the role. Play the steps. You know what I'm saying? Go through it. Go through the process. So now you have it where he's with the Bulls and just like they said, match made in heaven. And obviously you have it where MJ, like the fact that Rodman wanted a break to Vegas, that's reckless, man. The man wanted a break during the season, of vacation, 48 hours. Obviously, he didn't come back in 48 hours. The fact that Phil said, you tell him. You know what I'm saying? Phil didn't even make the decision on his own. MJ, you come make this decision. Because I already know how you're going to yell at me. MJ holds everybody. Basically, that's just showed me that MJ was the Don amongst all Dons. Everyone, not necessarily, obviously, is grown men. Don't bow down to me, but you bow down to me. I make the decisions. I make everybody accountable. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, this man's just gonna leave. Phil, you just let the man leave? Phil knows I can't take that fire. I can't take that heat. Let's have a sit down. You know what I mean? Come see, yo, this is what Rodman wants to do. And MJ obviously, like, again, taking his pride away. You know what? I need you to play, but go. Because he knows how Rodman was. He knows what's going to get Rodman back into a proper mindset because he's eating, having fun, getting rebounds, taking it from MJ, giving it back to him, especially when Scottie was out, going to a higher echelon. You get what I'm saying? And then now Scottie's back and it's just the mind games. You know what I'm saying? So he just needs a break. Some people can't tame it in. They need a break. You know what I'm saying? Some people have a different breaking point. So before he gets to that point, let him go. And that's kind of what happened. So we moved past that. And then again, you've seen the transition of Phil. Phil and basically Rodman were the same guys within their prime. So it just perfectly aligned. I didn't even know that about Phil. That was just great to see. You know what I'm saying? The behind the scenes is just always beautiful and opens your eyes. And then now we get to the main part where now people are talking about all this. Because earlier, so we go back to earlier in the documentary where they were talking about, like Phil Jackson was like, yo, Paxson's going to be open. The first finals win that they had, especially when they got off it's not back actually, it's forward. But the first win they had where they got rid of Doug Collins, they got Phil Jackson there, went to game 7. Now we go to the finals when we're facing Magic Johnson and them. And they're just leaving, they're triple teaming MJ because he's killing. They didn't just game 1, his palms are sweaty, hit Paxson. Just playmaking. No, we get buckets first, everything else second. Buckets. Now, it's about to be a situation in game 5 where, yo, he's been killing us. We have to do something. Because I think that finals, he averaged 40. My goodness, man. We have to do something. So they're triple teaming him. That's when now the guy's telling him, yo, Paxson's going to be open, and you're telling me that. That should show you a testament of how elite one man is. He's getting buckets so much that he was actually still going to try and get buckets in a triple team. You have to tell me to pass because I'm that elite. Nothing holds me back. I don't need you. Triple team and what? Now he's like, you know what? I'm a sacrifice. You know what? Say less. You want to triple team me? Here. I trust you. That's different passing. Because people comparing this LeBron passing to this MJ passing. I hate when people do this. Just appreciate greatness. LeBron be passing when mans are gapping and recovering. There's not even a double team. Like, what are y'all talking about? One-on-one, he passing. He has Curry on him. He just sees someone in a gap and he's passing. This man is recklessly triple team and he's passing. And y'all want to act like, oh my God, see, MJ pass too. Make the right play. Like, what are y'all talking about? Not double teams. Triple teams. And y'all want to compare it to a man who's one-on-one. He has it. Draymond one-on-one going into the paint. Curry just kind of slides back and runs back and you pass. It's not a double team. George Hill is on him. Or what's it called? Not George Hill. Where the one he passed to George Hill, Curry's on him. And one man's just at the free throw line. It's not a double team yet. They're kind of just locked. They're just zoning in. Curry's on you face up. Step back. Bucket. Game. He made the right play. All Jordan's passes are reckless double team. Mans are even falling because they're double teaming him so hard. Kick out Paxson, bucket. Like, what are we arguing here? What are we actually arguing here? Like, bruh, y'all just be, and mans be boosting. Oh my God, Paxson, look at him. He hit 20 points. He's such a good, go look at the stats. The stats will tell you. Mans are averaging 10 points, 8 points. Like, what are we talking about? You want to compare him to JR's? Steve Kerr averaging 6 points. Like, what are we talking about? 8 points. And y'all, I'm not saying like this is what people don't understand. I'm not roasting these players. I'm scaling them and rating them to who they actually are. Like, what are y'all talking about? I'm tired of people just talking, man. Go look at the stats. Go look at the things. These men are role players. They're solid in their role. You can't win without them. But they're role players. Don't come talk about The LeBron teammates he has, the J.R. Smiths, elite individual players, 6 man of the years, elite players playing as role players. That's 2 different things. Stop disrespecting those guys. LeBron play with nobodies. Stop. If we go compare the man's individually what they did without LeBron, what their careers are, you knew of those guys before they came with LeBron. These guys, you only know with them being with Michael. What are we talking about here? Paxson? In comparison to Chalmers and all these other guys? Are you serious? Bruh. It's because they're playing in LeBron's playstyle that they look weak. These mans actually can't do nothing but catch and shoot. They can barely dribble. Like, what are y'all talking about? Mans are like, I'm tired of this shit, man. Rate people accordingly. Rate them accordingly. Simple. My goodness. Y'all trying to boost these guys. Rodman, oh my God. Yes, Rodman, he was an all-star. Yes, Rodman is a Hall of Famer because of his legendary rebounding. Is that buckets? Name me one big 3 that has somebody who doesn't score. Name me one big 3 that has somebody who does not score. Big 3s because it's a 3-headed monster on offense. That's why he's known as Big 3. Not because he just rebounds, nigga. What are we talking about? Y'all stop over boosting, mans. Dennis Rodman's hustle, the ultimate hustle guy, the ultimate rebounder, that is elite. But don't mention him and boost him to being a big 3. It's not no big 3. It's MJ and Pippen and that was it and everybody else. If you want to say Kukoc was the big 3, when his averages, I would rock with that more than come tell me about Rodman a big 3. The man is MIA on offense. What's he doing? He's a liability on offense. What are you guys talking about? Elite rebounder, elite screens, elite hustle. Get a bucket here and there. But he is not coming to be no big 3. Like, stop it. That's why he knew if I'm not in the second tier row when Scotty was there and I'm now in the 3rd row, I'm not a big 3. I'm basically a regular role player. For me to be, I have to be a big 2 because, you know what I mean? I can just roam around and do all this reckless stuff. But with Scotty there, Scotty has the ball in his hands. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, mans are just talking. Rate people accordingly. I'm tired of this shit, man. Stop boosting people. And stop, what's it called, undervaluing people. Stop disrespecting the players that LeBron has played with. Stop. It's not a comparison. It's not a comparison. LeBron has played with most elite players, and they're in a role player role, and people only see them when they play with LeBron. Or no, actually, they know of them before, but now they see them playing with LeBron, and they might be bricking. They might not be hitting catch and shoot because they're not that. K-Love isn't a catch and shoot guy. He can do it here and there. Come on now. What are y'all talking about? He can do it here and there, but that's not who he was. He was 30-30. 30-30. 30-30. But now he's only chilling at the 3-point line. He can't get his rebounds. He's not on the block that much. 30-30. Chris Bosh eating with the Raptors. What are y'all talking about? Jordan Clarkson eating. That same year, y'all happy he got the trade. Rodney Hood eating. Both of them after 15. Coming into a guy's team. They're about to eat now. Now you call them cadavers? George Hill leaves eating. Like, what are we talking about here? Jay Carter leaves, goes to Utah, same season, eating. Derrick Rose leaves, goes to Minnesota, eating. Everybody eating. Even IT injured, did a 1-2. Like, what are we talking about? You know how many mans have high caliber offense that he plays with? And y'all want to compare him to Paxson? Steve Kerr? Yo, yeah. It's so disrespectful, man. It's actually it's so disrespectful to the game. Y'all disrespect people just to boost somebody. No one's saying LeBron ain't good. This has nothing to do with LeBron, the actual nigga. This has to do with the fans. Stop disrespecting these players just to make it seem like this man is better than MJ. Stop doing it. I'm tired of it. Bruh. My good. Like, look at the play. Like, if I go down the list of players, the Wades, the Corvers, like all these men, like Corver was an all-star with 4 Atlanta Hawks. And now he's just chilling in the corner. The man used to get plays for him, like Reggie. What are we, like, are y'all serious? Are y'all actually serious? The J.R. Smith, like, you have, bruh. Anyways, this video is getting long. I apologize. I had to go off, man. Like, I'm actually tired. I'm tired of it, man. It's getting out of hand, yo. When True talks, you listen, man. Anyways, like I said, share, like, and subscribe. My goodness, man. We out here. There's no doubt here. There's no drought here. You feel me? Bruh. We don't, bruh. You already know. Episode 5 and 6 coming Sunday. Stay tuned. You already know. We're gonna do some throwback breakdowns as well. But this documentary just gave life, man, to everybody. Just woke up a lot of conversations, a lot of debates, a lot of talks. It's like, bruh, my goodness, man. Anyways, like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. My goodness. Don't forget also in the links below is my Instagram page and my Twitter page. Follow those. You know what I'm saying? Keep up to date with me because I be doing more everyday type of posts on those. You know what I'm saying? So follow me on those as well. My goodness. And I'm out, man.